Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spotlight with the Kaleidoscopian. Today I'm sitting with Disu. Disu is a civil worker by day and an artist by night. How are you doing today, Disu?
I'm alright.
Great. Well, let's talk more about you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where are you from? Stuff and stuff.
I'm Nigerian, that's without a doubt. In the daytime, I'm a software analyst, and that's what I do at the daytime.
Okay.
My painting is more like a passion. It's more like something I do on the side.
So you work 9 to 5 as a specialist, and then you paint later on.
Exactly, basically.
So, since you're talking about your painting, let's talk more about art. So, what would you say art is to you?
I think art it's a very general term, and I feel like it spans across a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's art in music, there's art in fashion.
Yes.
There's art in painting, drawing, sculptures.
There's art everywhere, basically.
There's art everywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a combination of everything. You could be creative doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how I see art. I see art as creativity. I see art as a substance that you can apply to a lot of things. There's art in food.
That's true.
And that's something I do, is I cook a lot and I like cooking. Like culinary school will be something that I really like to do.
Look forward to.
But with time.
Yeah.
You know, take one step at a time.
That's good.
And
that's good.
I feel like you could apply art to a lot of things. Like, there's art in food, there's art in nature.
There is, because people
Exactly. So it goes on and
change
on
that.
and on. And that's how I see art.
That's good. So tell me about your journey, like as an artist. Like, how did you start this journey? What inspired you to be an artist, painting and doing all the other?
So I picked up the first paintbrush pretty much when I was like 7. I was in secondary school.
Okay.
And we had no choice but to choose between home economics
and art.
And art. So I figured
Fine art, I'm guessing.
I figured everybody cooks, and let me try something I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
So I started painting, and I was top 3 in my class. I was one of the, like, it wasn't a big class, don't get it wrong.
Okay.
It wasn't a big class, maybe a class of 17 people.
And top 3, that's
And
still something.
a lot of people probably just took it just because they need to complete their courses.
The courses,
right?
yeah. But you took it for, well, you just took it because you didn't want to do cooking. Yeah, true. And then you started doing.
And then from there I figured, okay, maybe I know how to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a special interest in it, and I did it in my spare time. And I pretty much didn't paint from secondary school up until 2010 again.
Okay, so after leaving secondary school, you
Yeah.
graduated, and then a while went by, and then you started doing painting again. So that's 2010.
Exactly. After I finished the class, I basically didn't see any reason in.
You graduated, top 3, you're good.
So when I was living in Ottawa then, and I just thought, why didn't I buy a canvas and do something?
Okay.
So I did, and it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna show you guys that later.
Yeah.
It turned out pretty good, and then from there I started doing more and more.
And more.
I haven't had the time to do a lot of paintings, but eventually I'm working on something. I should get something done.
Like a ton of stuff. So
Definitely.
what kind of art do you do? Like, what kind of paintings do you see yourself like doing a lot?
My substance is mostly acrylic.
Okay.
And I see myself liking or gravitating towards more landscape paintings.
Okay.
Because if you notice the sunsets and the sun, like the sky,
Yeah.
it's a soft topic for me, and it's something I pay a lot of attention to. The sky could be any color, especially with all the chemicals now. Like anything can happen. Anything.
Switch
It
to
could be
red.
even purple, red, pink. It could burgundy, anything. But
That's cool.
I like landscape. I'm trying more abstract now because it's becoming more heard of, and people are beginning to open to understand abstract paintings. Before it just be like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah.
And these days you see a lot of paintings and you're like, oh, what is this? I can do this in my sleep. But it's really,
you really
that's
can.
not how it
Yeah,
works.
there's a story,
It's
like
exactly.
a really big story behind it.
I was actually at a gallery yesterday, Muse Gallery. It's on Young. And the curator there was explaining something to me. He had a crow when he was a kid, like a baby crow. And the painting he made was an abstract painting. And he basically said the painting is the vision of the crow, the way the crow sees life.
Okay.
And at first I'm like,
What?
Like how can
again?
you
How do
see
you see
through
what the
eyes
crow
of a
is? Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
And
his
then
own
he-
definition
exactly.
of what he feels the crow is seeing.
Exactly. So he explained all of that, and I was fascinated. It was actually, it made a lot of sense after he said that.
Yeah, it is like people get inspired by anything at all, right? So that's what he got inspired by.
Exactly, and he took that. So yeah, I'm divided into three major parts. I do abstract, I do landscape, and I do figure.
Figure, yeah, okay.
And figure is one of them at the back there. That's the first figure I have. But
And how long did that one take?
A lot of it is the laziness, I wouldn't lie.
Okay.
But I would say I put in maybe 15 hours.
Okay, wow.
But
wow.
not at a go.
Okay.
Split across.
He's like, different,
days.
but it all joined together.
Exactly.
Is 15
Sometimes
hours.
I just come home from work and I just do a line.
And you're like, oh.
I'll be like, yeah, that's a productive day.
Sensational. That's good, that's good. Okay, so for your landscape, do you have to see it to paint it, or do you just imagine it and then you just paint it?
Mostly I have to see it.
Okay.
But it's like when you see something, you take mental pictures of it. You know?
Yeah, you can
You have it in your head.
and then you just put it down.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about abstract? What inspirations do you have behind them? Like, what are you
Abstract
thinking
is
about?
basically feelings. You know, you could listen to Drake's album, Views.
And
Just getting your feelings and just
do the
that
views.
stuff. But yeah, it's basically how you're feeling and the colors that come to mind. Colors represent things, right?
That's true.
And you could use that as an expression for sure.
So let's say the three different categories that you paint. So landscape, abstract, and figure. So which one takes the longest? Does it matter like what you're doing? Say landscape probably take longer because you're doing like a pan of like what you saw, or
So far, for me, abstract takes the longest, which is very weird.
yeah,
Because abstract, I spend so much time trying to perfect it. Because an abstract painting can never be finished.
No,
If I stop right from where I started, I could be like, that's it.
that's it. Yeah,
And I could just keep doing more and doing more and doing more, and it would never be finished. An abstract painting can never be finished because you can always add stuff to it.
stuff to it. Yeah. So when you're not, painting or thinking about what you want to paint next, what comes into mind? Like, what do you do? What kind of art do you find yourself?
I actually recorded a song with my friend Beto last week, but this was just to try something out. I just did like a random hook on it.
And they get on the tip, and then make it up on a smart lift. Let me see how that sound. Listen at the bend up, a nigga jury real metal like a piano. I went from rag to riches to.
I can't.
You can play on it so much.
Honestly,
But besides that, I'm always like, I delve into a lot of things just to try things,
just to see.
Yeah, just to see. I mean, besides work, besides art, there's also, I had a friend's fashion show last 2 weeks just to go see and just to go support as well.
Yeah.
And besides that, just parties, whatever.
Yeah, just the normal
Just
stuff.
the normal
stuff.
routine.
Yeah.
The normal human being too, right?
Okay, that's good. Do you have any future plans for your art? Like, do you plan? So I'm guessing you have different. So let's say you're painting landscape. You do have like a lot of landscape, like something like a collection per
Yeah,
se.
I'm actually working on a portfolio,
Okay.
and I plan to get it finished by. I gave myself a reasonable timeline, so I'm saying 2017 summer. And it's supposed to be a collection of three genres, pretty much. Genres for music, but I'll just use that to coin the term. And it's supposed to be landscape, abstract, and then figure. So I'm supposed to have at least 10 paintings in each portfolio. It could be more than 10, but eventually it will be 30. Right now I have maybe 6.
Okay, so
I
you're
have
almost
24.
there.
Well, depends on what almost is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting there. And right now I'm not like looking to, I guess, sell. I'm just working on the portfolio, so when I have that, then I can put myself out there.
That's good. So for now, you're not going to be doing any showcases, or
Not really.
not really, just focusing on completing
Yeah,
the different
it's more
collections.
about finishing what I started and
Yeah.
getting it ready. Because if I present 4 pieces, it would be like, okay, you have 4.
Yeah.
What should we do now?
Yeah, that's true. So what's next?
Exactly.
Are you bringing more? Are you bringing? Okay.
Exactly.
That's really exciting. Well, thank you so much, Disu, for giving me this
Not a problem at
this
all.
brief but interesting and inspiring view of art. Yeah, thank you for inviting me to your home.
You're welcome anytime. And thank you so much for having me. Shout out to Julia.
Hi guys, I'm Disu and I'm on the spotlight with the K-School. My stuff is gonna be on Instagram, so you can follow me at DMOLX. Peace out.